everybody, Kathy Tooley, welcome back. So I want to talk now today about the third component of effective group work, and that is time. Time and timing. I want you to think about group work has to be timed. Hear me say that. If you put kids in a group and just tell them, I want you to work together with a partner or with two other people for a few minutes until we get this done, they will never get it done. Never get it done. So I want to talk to you today about time and timing and how you can increase that and make that more effective for you. First and foremost is this. If the group work is so long that you can't possibly accomplish it in a short period of time, then I want you to chunk the group work. So I want you, if you're going to have them in a math group, complete a worksheet that has 20 questions. I want you to group them in groups of 4. So I want you to put them in a group of 4 or 5 and tell them I only want you to do the first 3 questions and give them 5 minutes. Even if you know that you're going to spend an hour in group work, I want you to chunk it in time. Because when you tell anyone, you tell a group of students, you have an hour to complete this. You know what they just heard? I have 59 minutes to do nothing and a minute to rush and pretend that I got anything done. So if you chunk it small of, okay, I want you to do the first 3 questions and the first 3 questions only, you have 5 minutes to do that. Even if you're thinking they can't possibly finish that in 5 minutes. You want to create a sense of urgency. Create a sense of urgency for them. Like there is no talking about the football game. There is no talking about what happened on the playground. We have got to get at it. We got to get at it now. That's how you'll get more meaningful. I want you to also create some form of visual timer. Have it on there. A lot of teachers have stuck up to their boards timers that they could press and students watch them count down. There's all kind of timers. Google them that you can literally put them up on your computer and the students watch that counting down. Be sure that timer buzzes when they've got about a minute left. Again, creating urgency, creating urgency, creating urgency. I want you to limit your accessibility to the groups. I've got a couple of ways that I'm going to show you in just a second how to do that. But I want students to start to learn that group work means, guess what? Group, not you. This is group. You should have already given them some of your best instruction. It's now time for them to learn it in a different way. It's the old, remember the I do, you do, we do. This is a we do. And it's not a we if you're constantly a part of it. It's still a you. So here's a couple of ways that you can limit your accessibility. When my students wanted to call me over, I'm okay for a clarifying question of, did you say do 1, 2, 3? Or did you say do it in blue or red? Those are clarifying questions. I'll answer those. But questions like, we don't know how to do this, she says it's this, and I say it's that. If you want me to help you, it'll cost you. So here's a couple ways. Let me refer you over to my DocuCamera here. I gave out money to start with. Coins, different color coins and different monetary amounts cost you more. So I gave every group to start with so many dollar bills, maybe 1 or 2, and so many coins. And if they called me over to their group, I would say, is that a question that you need me to answer? And of course, they're looking at me like I'm stupid, and I put my hand out. Because I'm not here for free. It costs. Now, usually there's somebody else in the group that already knew the answer, but they're not listening to them. And then what I did was, if they never used any of their currency, I gave that to them as a bonus point at the end. What am I doing? I'm encouraging them to lean on each other. Stop calling on me. And then the last one, anybody ever been to Bubba Gump Shrimp? Been to Bubba Gump Shrimp? I created this one years ago because I went to Bubba Gump Shrimp. So Bubba Gump Shrimp does this really unique thing. It's the most unique thing I've ever seen. Have you ever had a waitress come up and bother you and you're like, why are they bothering me? We don't need anything. And then it's the opposite of, I have been out of a Diet Pepsi for 25 minutes and no waitress is coming by. So Bubba Gump Shrimp, if you've never been there, when you want a waitress to stop, you flip a stop sign. And when you want them to leave you alone, you flip the run sign and they just keep going by you. So I created these for my classrooms. I got those really cheap table number holders. You could buy them at the dollar store. And then I put a run and a stop. And if the kids didn't need me, they leave the run. And I just walk around the groups, but I say nothing. But if they need me, and they want to spend some of those coins we talked about a minute ago, they turn a stop and I go to that group. That stops the constant hands in the air running from one group to another, because group work should be you walking a room monitoring. So hopefully these timing tips are a couple of little tips that'll help step you back. As always, if these have been helpful to you, please hit the subscribe button. Join us on this educational journey we're having together. And please don't keep it to yourself. Tag your teacher friends. Share this with your teacher friends. Let your principal know some great tips that you're learning here. Finally, thank you as always for what you're doing in the lives of kids and the difference you're making each and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody.